Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on? Jamie Lee, thank you for your donation. Sarah, thank you for your donation. Jess Winder, welcome. Andrew is up in the house. What is going on, Andrew? Rose, welcome back, Rose. We just had a great Patreon stream. If you're not a member of the Patreon, you missed a good hour stream. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. Jamie's got the question up in chat. Sarah to Linda, what's going on? Linda, it's good to see you. It is good to see you indeed. Let's get started, shall we? Lady, what is going on? All right, we had a reading from yesterday we just didn't do. We need to catch up on our dues over here. PGV wants to know, my friends. They want to know. They want to know. Let's see, Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. Let's see, if you would please, what does Jesus feel about his ex? What does Jesus feel? Just saying, he's my boyfriend. Let's see what's going on. Bella Girl and Sarah, thank you for your other donations. I appreciate that. Let's see. If I'm Jesus, okay, so you're dating Jesus. Dial, thank you for your donation. Philomia, thank you for your donation as well. And Jolly, welcome to the stream. I'm just saying, holy moly. Rose, thank you for your very generous PayPal donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, let's find out what's happening here. Jesus is dating somebody. And that's somebody. Jasmine, thank you for your very generous PayPal. Well, the PayPal donations are out of control tonight. PayPal donations are on point. Thank you so much, everyone. We're dating Jesus. What does Jesus think about the ex? Because that could become a problem. That could become a problem indeed. I'm just saying now. Because if Jesus is enthralled with the ex still, that may be bad. That could be bad for everyone. In fact, it could hurt. It could hurt indeed. This might hurt tarot. It's going to be perfect for this one. You got to understand that. You have to understand that. Let's find out what's going on. Let's find out, if Jesus is being faithful, if Jesus is like enthralled with the ex. Temperance, Magician, and Queen of Cups. The ex does pull him in a little bit. Let's admit it. The ex has something going on over there. It feels like the ex is doing something magical. Not literally, but it feels like the ex has something going on. Or do we still like the ex? I think so. I think that we still kind of have some feels for the ex. Lunsto, thank you for your donation. A little bit of the Queen of Cups. They're still in our heart. They're still in our heart. It's hard to get rid of this emotion. Sometimes the ex comes around. We just have this wild feel and all this good stuff going with it. Magician says we got it under control, though. I don't think we're just going to be jumping into the ex's arms anytime soon. I think the ex is out of the picture, quite frankly. Temperance says, I know how to balance that. Do I have the emotions? Do they live a little bit of draw in there? I think so. But are we able to control that? Magician says, no problem. Not a problem at all. Lady Vegas, welcome to the stream. Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation. I think we're under control. It's not something where we're just going to be sleeping with the ex every other day, right? When you're going to work, we're going to be sneaking out of the house, a little Seven of Swords action, if you know what I mean. I don't think this is happening. I just don't see that happening, so I think you're okay. PJV, I wouldn't be too concerned. Entertainment purposes only. Never trust an ex sleeping with an ex, based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. But I think it's going to be all right. I don't think this is going to be something just terrible. Anyway, Thought Throwdown, you got it?
Time for a Tarot Throwdown.
Thought Throwdown, I can do that all day. Should I reply to Kindle or leave them on the read? I don't know what that means. Leave them on the read? I don't know. Basically, should I reply to Kindle or just leave him, as a read message? All right, should I apply to Kindle? Okay, up here, we're going to apply to Kindle. We're going to say, hey, Ken, what's going on? I saw you message me. That's up here. Over here, we're just gonna, let him ride. Let him ride. Let him just say, I didn't read that message. I was busy. I didn't have time. Should you do it? Should you reply? Did you like what you had with the Ken doll in the first place? I'm assuming no, because you're asking if you should reply to them or not. I mean, if Ken doll came in just all smooth and stuff, you're like, oh my, Ken doll.
I love you.
That could be it. Then why the hell are you asking me this question? Nanny, thank you for your donation. I think that you have something with Ken dolls working your freaking nerves, is what I think. I think something's going on over there, Jamie. I don't think you're very confident about hitting that reply button. If you were, I mean, if Ken doll was just bringing the magic, if you know what I mean, you wouldn't even be asking me this question, but you are asking me this question. And I think it's because you're hesitant. Now, my question to you is, do you want more Ken doll action? Because what you get is what you're still going to get. If you think that messaging Ken doll, whatever you're messaging him, he's magically going to change, everything's magically going to become better, everything's magically just going to pass over and just be, it's not going to happen. You're going to get what you've always gotten. The Wheel of Fortune, what comes around goes around. You're going to get the same thing that you've gotten before. And I assume you don't like it because you're asking me the question. I'm just saying. I am just saying, the Ace of Wands, you're giving them another try. Sure, that makes sense. But you're going to get the same thing that you've always gotten. Is that what you want? That's what the tarot's asking right now. Because not replying, it looks like they're not going to be able to manipulate you a little bit more than what they had done before. It looks like they're not going to sort of get started on some of the stuff that you kind of want to get started. You're in between that, aren't you, Jamie? You're in that spot. You're in that spot where, I wouldn't mind a little Ken doll in my life. But man, the price I got to pay for that is sometimes steep. Unjolly, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Sometimes it's steep. And a lot of times ain't nobody got time for that. I'm just saying now. So you got to ask yourself, do you got time for that? Because that's what you're going to get. The same thing that you've always gotten. That's the way it goes sometimes, right? Anyway, Sarah's got a meeting with a manager on Friday. Is it only to check in? Or is there something else? Is that manager happy with me? I just started this job. They better be happy with me. Bella Girl, speaking of being happy, Bella Girl, how are you doing? Thank you again for another donation. I greatly appreciate that. Philippe is in the house tonight. Philippe is in the house. Let's go to the Tarot Tower and let's get serious right now with a little bit of the Dark Mansion Tarot. Can we do that? It's not too early for the Dark Mansion, I don't think. Because Sarah's concerned right now. Is this manager meeting? I mean, a lot of times if they have this big important meeting and you're the only one in it, that's usually not a good sign. But Sarah, let's find out if that's going to be what's happening. Is it only just a check-in? Because sometimes that's not too bad. That's not too bad. They're just, they're like, hey, Sarah, how you doing over there? Sarah's like, I'm doing great, loving the job. Everything's going smooth. And, or it could be something bad where they have a lot of paperwork in front of them. That's never a good meeting. All right. We got a manager meeting, couple of days out. Let's not be too concerned about it. Oh, too late. We are concerned about it. We are concerned about it. This does look like it has a little bit of meat to it. It doesn't look like a check. It looks like a little more serious than a check-in. That could be okay. That could be okay. Maybe we need to check in with Sarah. And we need to do some assignments. We need to go over what we need to work on with Sarah. How is that big project that you got the team with? The other person that was complaining or whatever, the whiny person you got to deal with at work. A lot of things. Nine of Swords says it's too late. You are kind of concerned because some feels weird about this one, doesn't it? Don't you think? I mean, you got Death. You got Empress right after that. Empress says it's going to be okay. But Death says, yeah, the manager needs a little bit of something different. I think the manager has some expectations that maybe aren't being fulfilled, or there is some meat on the bone as you move into this interaction. Death just says so. Some changes are going to happen. Some alterations. Is it bad? I don't see it. I mean, the Empress is nice. Empress is comfy. Empress sort of just rocks the house. Empress does what the Empress does. I mean, I'm just saying. Ace of Wands, we're concerned I wouldn't be. Does the manager want some tweaks here and there? Death says yes. It's just how it goes. Every manager is going to have their own perspective, right? The way they want things done. I think they just want to communicate that to you. Empress says it's going to be comfortable. It's going to be something that's comfortable at the end of the day. So don't get too much into that Nine of Swords action. There's not any teeth in the manager. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think it's going to be pretty clean overall. Looking pretty good indeed. All right. Anyway, at least that's what at least that's what it says. But Sarah's not done. Sarah's got the double shot. Sarah's got the double shot tonight. What is next coming at my work? We're going to stick with the Dark Mansion. We can do that. I think it's nice. Dark Mansion's already warmed up. We got it on the table. We might as well throw down a little more action with that. Two of Pentacles is a pretty good card at work. It says there's more variety. There's more things happening. There's more feeling of good things. There's more feeling of acceptance. There's some action, adventure a little bit, right? We had Ace before. We had Ace of... It feels like there's some aces pending with this. Sure. Ace of Cups. I think it means new opportunities. I think it means new things, maybe new projects, new interactions. I think it means pretty clean, pretty cool stuff happening with that. The Two of Pentacles says I have more variety, I have more choices. I have someplace else to be. I have some other things to do. I think the variety is kind of where you're at, especially if a variety card like the Two of Pentacles, decisions card like that, sort of comboed in with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups being the choices, the myriad of choices as well. That would be great, right? Maybe I have some projects that aren't a little bit on the verge, because I know you had some concern and some worry about one of the projects. The Seven of Pentacles says, Seven of Cups says there's more options out there. There's more selection happening, but we got to make a good choice, good decision with that. So don't really rush into it like a Knight of Swords. You want to be relaxed. You want to do a little more planning, like a little Four of Swords action, maybe Three of Wands action kind of thing. Two of Pentacles says let's make the right choice as it comes along. But that's basically it. We have more variety. We have more things happening with all of that. By the way, if you're in the queue, we're hopping over to PayPal, and then we are doing let's see, before Bella Girl. So Sunshiny Day, you're next. Sunshiny Day, we're hopping over to PayPal, doing a PayPal one, and then you are next up in the queue. Next up in the queue. Speaking of queue, we got the tower over here. The Tarot Tower is going to get a little bit of wheel action because we have a PayPal. We got to merge in here. The PayPal says, RJ wants to know, husband need to have another shoulder surgery. Oh my. As always, before we approach any medical read at all, we need to understand that entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. I do play doctor sometimes with a girlfriend, but that's a completely irrelevant and different story as well. But let's find out now. Now that we know that I'm not a doctor, it's not medical advice, let's see if the husband may need one day to have another surgery. The Empress, it's the Page of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the King of Wands. I'm going to say no. Another surgery is not really in there in the cards. Amy, welcome. How are you doing tonight? I'm going to go with thumbs down. I don't see another surgery. Empress is nice. Empress is nice. It really feels like that, right? If we don't have to have another surgery, the Empress kind of says that. It says that we're comfortable where we're at. We understand where we're at. We have the power point, the power moment is where we are currently at, right? It feels a lot like that because the Page of Swords says it feels like it wouldn't really benefit us. It just wouldn't. I mean, obviously entertainment purposes only, but it feels like another soldier surgery. It just feels like the Page of Swords. Maybe this is something I don't want. Maybe this is something the cutting action is not going to be like dramatically beneficial. Maybe a King of Swords, maybe a Knight of Swords or something like that. Get a little bit of a cutting action. Maybe a Three of Swords, something like that. Amy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But overall, the Eight of Wheels says, let's work on what we currently have, right? We already had a surgery. We already had something. Let's work on the post-surgery exercises, the post-surgery thing, maybe a little bit of physical therapy, occupational therapy, something in there where we can get the Eight of Wands. We can work towards that, right? We can work towards that and get that done. Because the King of Wands is we're in control, kind of, about where we're sort of headed and how we're going to be and all of that. Jill, thank you for your donation. Overall, I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say no. But obviously, entertainment purposes only. But, never have surgeries based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Now, Sunshiny Day is up. Sunshiny Day wants to know, should I take the loan? Should I do it? Should I get the loan? Because, it's nice. Here's a live shot of Sunshiny Day getting the loan. Should she take it? Should she take it? Sunshiny Day is a bit concerned over there. Maybe rightfully so, Sunshiny Day. I don't know. If I'm going to get a loan, I would get a loan for the Gregory Scott Tarot is what I would do. I'm just saying. Fatine, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's find out. Taking the loan or not taking the loan. Sunshiny Day is like, I got to pay that crap back. Somebody's going to be calling me and saying, Sunshiny Day, you need to pay that back. That wasn't free. It just wasn't free. And Gregory Scott understands. Gregory Scott will tell you straight up. Not as brutal as the thought, but they're going to be honest with you. All right, should you take this loan or not? 3 of Pentacles, I'd take it. Tower, 3 of Wands. Oh, man. I'm just saying. You got to pay it back. That's the thing. The 3 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords and the Tower. It feels like we're going out on a limb, Sunshiny Day over here. We're going out on a limb tonight. Crystal, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I would say a loan by a different source or a loan by a different provider is kind of what we're seeing here, right? Let's look at the cards we got. 3 of Wands says you need to keep looking. Maybe the person loaning you the money, maybe they're like, if you don't pay it back, they break your kneecaps. I don't know. The 3 of Wands, it feels like we should keep searching, seeking. Maybe there's a better option out there. Maybe there's a lower interest rate. Maybe we can do it out of the 401k or something with a little bit of an interest rate with that. 3 of Pentacles says, absolutely, we should be taking out a loan. I have to say that now. But the 5 of Swords in the Tower, there's a price to pay for that. It feels like maybe the interest rate is not reasonable. It feels like the terms have something tricky built into them. It just feels like something's going on with this. Maybe this is not the best idea overall. It maybe not at all. It just does maybe looks like that. Bella Girl, I've not done your reading. You are 3 away, I believe. Yeah, you're 3 away. But the 5 of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. It feels like they're pouring on the terms. Bella, Sunshiny Day, it feels like, maybe once you read the terms and the limitations and all this stuff, you feel like they just dumped it onto your head. The Tower moment feels like this is going to be a bit of a different optimization than what you're looking for. Bottom line, I'm just saying, it looks like maybe find a different loan provider. But take a loan? Yeah. Take a loan? Absolutely. But take a loan from this source? May not be that. Fatine, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. All right, Billy Girl's actually next. Sorry, we got the some days the chat and the program that I use 2 different programs to keep track of readings. One is different than the other, or one is a different field than the other one. Anyway, will me and Bongi stay friends? Or we keep each other on the side? Can we be friends? That's what I want to know. If I want to be your friend, I want to be your friend with this deck right here, because everybody wants to be friends with the Mons Tarot. That just happens. That just is how it happens. If Bongi's going to be all right, if Bongi's not going to be all right, we do need to find out. I don't know. Is this a bong? No, never mind. That's a personal question. All right, let's find out. All right, let's see what's going on with a little bit of that tarot action over here. Okay, there we go. Will me and Bongi stay friends or no? 7 of Swords. Oh my. Something happened. Something happened, Bella Girl. What's going on over there? Got a little action over there. PGV, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It feels like something happened. Something happened that wasn't good. Something happened. If you're asking me the answer, I don't think there is an answer that says that there's. I think you have a shade of gray in between those two options, is what I see, right? Let's look at how the gray is there. Seven of Swords. We had to go. We had to leave. Me and Bongi, something happened. Something happened. What is going on? Something happened with this. And we ended up just disappointed. It feels like the stuff was there. I mean, the stuff just didn't work, right? Sunshiny day. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next time. But yeah, we had a little bit of a disappointment with this interactions. I still like Bongi. I'm just saying, Bongi's still my bestie over here. We got the lovers. Bongi's always going to be there. Always going to be on our side. Always going to be there. And it feels like the possibilities are just endless with Bongi some days. But other days, Bongi seems like a little bit bipolar. I just don't think, sometimes. The Hermit, it says you're going to have a mix. I don't think this is something where you're going to be besties. And I don't think this is something where you're going to be total strangers. Does that make sense? It's going to be somewhere in between. Katoko, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It feels like it's going to be an option in between. There's not really just this black and white. I think it's just shades of gray here. You got the lovers next to the hermit. That you can't do both. You got the Five of Cups next to Seven of Swords. We need to leave. We were disappointed. We come back. We have this interaction. The hermit, it feels like the interaction didn't work. We leave again. We come back. So no to besties. No to complete strangers being on the side. I think that you kind of interact in the middle somewhere is what I say, right? Because Bella Girl, that's a pretty powerful little read there. You got a lot of great cards going on with that. Bella Girl wants to know how's my health too. Bella coming in. Bella Girl coming in with the double shot. Let's see, Bella Girl, how is your health? How is your health indeed? Let's find out. Obviously, health, entertainment purposes only. Never base your health on a fat man reading your cards on the internet. On the internet. No matter how many readings the fat man does, he's never always 100% correct. If I was 100% correct every time, my ass would win that $416 million lottery is what I would be doing. I would be winning $416 million. You know what I'd be doing with it? I'd be buying tarot decks for all of y'all. Tarot decks for everybody. Everybody in stream would get a tarot deck. A lot of tarot decks with $416 million buys a lot of tarot decks. I didn't know if you knew that or not. If I was right all the time, y'all would have a lot of tarot decks. Just saying right now. Anyway, how's my health? Seven of Cups. The World, the Six of Wands. Overall, it's decent. I mean, it feels like that. Six of Wands, we're coming in. We have a bunch of people cheering for us. We have a bunch of people that are excited, a bunch of people that are thrilled, having a good time with that. Six of Wands feels fantastic overall. I think it's okay. I think it is okay. The World says I think you have something going on. You have something going on here. The Seven of Cups. Sometimes you have symptoms. Okay. Sometimes you have symptoms of things. Sometimes you have weird things happen. Sometimes you have concerns. Sometimes you go to the doctor and they say something completely different than what they did last. It feels like there's something's going on. But then other days you feel fine. And you're looking up in Google and you're like, what the hell's going on? I think you have a mix. I think you have the mix, a mix of things happening is what I think. The World says overall, everything is great. Everything is going to be fine. Six of Wands, you're going to be okay. But do you have some weird symptoms sometimes? Do you have some weird things going on? I think so. Seven of Cups says there are some things you're looking at. You're like, what the hell is that? There's a snake coming out of my belly button. What's going on with that? When I eat ice cream, I get diarrhea. Why do I get diarrhea when I eat Rocky Road? I don't know. Billy Girl, I don't know you. I'm just saying there's something going on. You're seeing all of these things up there. You're trying to figure out some of these things, but at the end of the day, I think you're doing all right. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. Fatine, thank you for your other donation. KD, welcome to the stream. What is going on? Don Ron, I feel like asking my DoorDash is going to get here with my damn chicken. I mean, Don Ron, sometimes DoorDash is about as unreliable as a tarot reading. I'm just saying, Don Ron, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You can relate. Odile can relate as well. Odile wants to know. I mean, should I reconcile with SD? SD cards are great. I think you should reconcile with SD cards. You get the 16 gig, you get the 128 gig SD cards. I think they're great. Get the high speed ones for the video making. I would go, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to use this one. Is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this down and make some love to, no, make some action with this. Should I reconcile with SD? Is that going to be a thing? Is that going to be a thing? SD. I mean, if SD's in chat, I mean, chime in, chime in. SD, can we reconcile with you? Is that going to be something that is quite possible to do? Philanoma, I've not done your reading, but good news, you're actually next. So wait until this is over. We are going to have you reading. You're going to have a party over there, pants optional. As always, this stream is pants optional. So, I mean, when you're coming in, just know that pants are not required to watch this stream. Anyway, should I reconcile with SD? Moon, Ace of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Reconciliation is tricky with this particular person, no doubt. I think reconciliation's tricky. I don't think you're going to be able to just like haul up like in a movie, right? You're just going to roll up. Samantha, welcome to the stream. I don't think you're just going to kind of roll up all casual and stuff and go, hey, SD, let's reconcile. Let's do that. I mean, I'm a human being. You're a human being. I would just go ahead and do that right now. I don't think that works. I think you got to come in fresh with the Ace of Wands. You need to get on SD's side if you're going to reconcile, if you're in the mood to do that. It feels like this is going to be a little bit more tricky than you think it could be, right? Four of Pentacles. SD is not an open book. Some days SD is just not an open book. You just can't figure them out. You just don't understand what they're doing. You never really can sort of get that feeling of figuring out SD because the things seem to be always moving, quite frankly. Moon says you got to come at them in an emotional way. So, hey, look, SD. I mean, you and I really should be doing this together. We really should be doing this. Let me pull on your emotions, right? Fatine, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, it feels like let's come in emotionally. Let's pull on them emotionally, right? Pull on them emotionally. I don't think coming in logically, ain't nobody got time for that. Samantha, thank you for your donation. Ain't nobody got time for logical and SD. You know it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Philomia's coming in with a dono. Will I get medical clearance for my plastic surgery this month? This is a hardcore medical reading tonight. This is hardcore medical reads tonight. Let me say, I can't say it enough. I really can't. I can't say it enough. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. I do play doctor, but that's completely different. But okay, will I get medical clearance for my plastic surgery next month? Is the clearance going to come through? Because I need some plastic surgery, apparently. I don't know what you're doing with the plastic surgery. You get a new nose, or you get a new kneecap? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's find out if you get the medical clearance for that, because, I mean, getting the insurance to pay for anything is just a pain in the butt, quite frankly. It's just a pain in the butt to get insurance and everything, or what's going on. Will I get the medical insurance? Two of Pentacles, King, one star, and the Eight of Pentacles. I see that going okay. I see that. We're going to give a thumbs up right now. I see that going all right. Miss Teeley, what is going on? I mean, Two of Pentacles. This is something they have been deciding a little too long, ain't they? Ain't they? They've been playing around over there. Paula, welcome to the stream. They've been playing around over there. I mean, they've been playing around over there. Oh, paying out of pocket. Okay, well, all right. They've been playing around over there. It feels like that they got something going over there. King of Wands says, you know what you're doing. You're presenting the cash. You're giving them the fat cash. I mean, why can't they just get on it already? Why can't they just get on it already? It's kind of the feeling. King of Wands says you're getting enough action, you're getting enough sort of movement forward to make that happen. Star says, you know you're destined to get the surgery. You know it's going to be beneficial for you. You know that you're going to be able to get it. I don't think this is a question at this point. Eight of Pentacles, it shows them working on your plastic surgery. It shows them getting it done. I think it's going to be all right. I think that is a thumbs up. It looks good. The Star, let's get it done. I understand what I need, how to get it done, where to get it done. Eight of Pentacles, they start work. They start work on it. This is a hard working card. I think that is an absolute yes. Looks fantastic as well. All right. We'll come back with after you plastic surgery and let us know how it went. Landstow is coming in with the dono. Landstow, will I get a driver's license? Will VU get the driving license on his next exam day? Samantha coming in with a double shot. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. All right. I mean, will we get a driver's license on the next day? King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to say, yeah. Ace of Pentacles, we got the new stability. We got the new driving. Looks like a wheel to me. I say we're driving. I say we're getting the license. The King of Cups, we're sort of chill. We're riding along. We're in the vehicle. We're moving. We're moving along. I say that's a thumbs up. Absolutely, positively, I'm going to go with yes. I'm going to say the driver's license flows right on in there. They're going to be able to get it as well. Queen Flo is up in PayPal tonight. Queen Flo is out of control. Open a PayPal tonight. Queen Flo wants to know, should I quit my day job? It sucks. Well, no, you didn't say that. You said it's unsatisfying. In other words, it sucks. And my other passions make me monetize more than this other job. I'm confused. I got passions. Queen Flo's got passion. Queen Flo's got productivity. Queen Flo gets stuff done. Queen Flo just gets stuff done. Raina, what's going on? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Queen Flo gets it done. Should I quit? I mean, obviously don't quit based upon a tarot reading, but man, I mean, if you're cranking out the cash, Queen Flo, you got it going on, girl. I'm leaning heavily for just going with what makes you, drives you, with what drives you, what gets you excited, what gets you up in the morning and gets you like screaming, yelling like me, like right now, screaming, yelling, all excited, all humped, all just piped. No, well, hyped, not piped. What the hell am I? All hyped about it. Go for your passions, Queen Flo. Queen Flo, you know how long you live? You live once. That's all you live, Queen Flo. You live once. And if you can chase your passions in that time, you'll be a hell of a lot happier later on. I'm just saying now. Let's find out what the cards say after I've gone off the deep end over here. GK, thank you for your donation. Justice, you got to get the balance. I think you already got it, though. I think you already got it. Look at this. Look, the Justice says, let's get the balance up in here. You know the balance, right? I mean, you're already saying it. I need to earn enough to pay the bills. I love to chase my passion, but if I'm earning $1.50 an hour, that ain't going to pay no bills. Ain't nobody got time for that. You got to have a day job, maybe a little bit of a passion on the side. And that feels like that. Can we make that happen? Can we balance anything out? Can we get a stable enough, a diversified enough income, right? I don't want to lean all on private readings. I don't want to lean everything on the stream. I don't want to lead everything on making tarot decks. You have to just sort of diversify your income to where if one thing goes a little bit awry, you're still pretty good. You're still pretty good. The Three of Pentacles. Start that passion. Start the passion. Ain't nobody got time for a job that's going to just drive you insane. It's going to work you too many hours. And the Emperor. You need to be your own boss. At some point, be your own boss. So, hey, if you can make it work, if you can make it flow well, make it flow. Literally, Queen Flo. The Emperor, be your own boss. Be yourself and do what you think is passion because you only live once, and let's make it a hell of a lot of fun. Queen Flo, you and me, let's make it a hell of a lot of fun, right? Let's make it fun. Ain't nobody got time for boring jobs. I'm just saying, entertainment purposes only. Never quit your job based on a fat man reading your cards on the internet. But that said, Queen Flo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Emperor, Three of Pentacles. Let's chase what matters. And Justice, make sure it pays the bills before you chase it. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you pay the bills before you chase all of that stuff. I mean, that is what happens. That is what happens. Don Ron says something like, I think Tarot Oracle's drinking like I am. Actually, no, my blood pressure is really high, so I can't drink. So I'm just high on life, I guess. I mean, I guess that's the thing. Kind of cliche, but yeah, at some points it kind of resonates. Renee, what's going on? Good to see the Tarot Magician up in chat. Should I forgive the Scorpio or should I just keep on? Should I forgive him? Sweet Pea, it's a Scorpio. Sweet Pea, it's a Scorpio. Do you really want to forgive us? No, I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. All the Scorpios in chat, don't leave. Don't hit this like. I swear I love you. All right, the tower moment, the Tarot Tower moment. Let's go over here and get a little action over here and find out, should he forgive this Scorpio or just keep going on? Because sometimes a Scorpio brings out that stinger, and that stinger is aimed right at you. The stinger is aimed right at you. If you wake a Scorpio up at 7 a.m., you're going to get the stinger, and it is going to be hitting you dead center in the nose. Okay, that's what you get sometimes. You got to understand that. Can you forgive them though? Sometimes a Scorpio just goes on instinct. You got to understand this. Okay, should you forgive them though? Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. It says you should understand. You should understand where they're coming from. That's the first thing. Seven of Wands. Again, you wake a Scorpio up at 7 a.m., you're going to get the horns. You're not going to get the good side of the Scorpio, right? I'm just saying. Christina, where you at? I'm just saying. I mean, the Seven of Wands, though, says you need to understand. Sometimes people don't like to be up at 7 a.m. Sometimes people just don't enjoy that at all. You're going to get in a situation that happens like that. Should you just completely forgive them? Should you get the blanket and just like throw it over there and just say, you know, whatever the hell that was, I'm going to forget about it? No, don't do that. Six of Cups, don't do that. You need to understand where they're coming from, but you need to expect some better behavior. You need to understand, but expect some better behavior. And tell them straight up. So look, that was unacceptable. Let's get the behavior fixed up, right? Knight of Pentacles, go in there with reserve, but definitely give them another chance. Give them another chance, but don't just like blanket forgive everything. High Priestess, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. How's the queue? It's massive. We are like 9 readings up here, and then we got to go through all of these. So we're going to be here all night. We are going to be here all night. Don't wake up too late. That happens. Ashley, welcome to the stream. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're currently on 36 donations, and we started about 30 minutes ago. So, yeah, 36. We got a donation every 60 seconds. Think about that. We have a donation every 60 seconds. Nanny Love, what are N's feelings for me right now? Let's find out what is going on with that. I mean, does N like you at all? Maybe, maybe not. We can use the same deck again. All right. Don't wake me up as your own peril as I am a Scorpio. I'm telling you. I've gotten the business end of the Scorpio stinger. And yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I've gotten the business end of that thing, and that you don't want to be on that end. All right, let's find out. What are N's feeling for me right now? Emperor, nice. A little bit of control thing going on there. Don't want to abandon it yet. I need more things. Queen of Wands is hard to handle. You're hard to handle, Nanny Love. It seems like that. It seems like you're hard to handle. They're hard to handle. We need to get a mix. We need to get something in between there. You definitely need to figure out how to relate to each other better. That's what it feels like, right? Ian's feelings towards me right now. We need a relating thing. We need a relating thing together. Emperor says maybe a bit of a power struggle in here. Maybe this is, I want to do this. You want to do that. We need to get this done together. It needs to be some negotiation within that. Eight of Cups says don't abandon it. Don't abandon it. Eight of Cups is reverse. You don't abandon it at all. I think keep it going, keep it warmed up, keep the car warm. You know what I mean? DC, what's going on? Good to see you. Christina, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. But I'm saying the Eight of Cups, don't give up on it just yet, right? Don't do that, because the Seven of Cups says there's a lot of ways to get back into this. There's a lot of ways to negotiate this out. There's a lot of ways to be connected. It feels like we need to find that. We need to find that. Need to find that happening, find that going on. Seven of Cups says there needs to be more options. There needs to be more negotiation, more feelings, more connection as far as this goes. Queen of Wands, though. Queen of Wands, I'm just saying, the Queen of Wands being reversed. This is going to be hard to handle, Nanny Love. So if you're coming in here thinking, man, I got this shit, you don't. You just don't. You just don't. You need to be cautious, need to be careful with that. Overall, it goes well, but it does need to be mixed a little bit, if that makes sense. Don Ron, I can't commit till I get my chicken. I mean, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. All right. And Jolly, when will I meet Mary? Do I know about him? When will I meet somebody? When will I marry him? When will I walk down that aisle and say, I do? I do. But don't wake my ass up at 7 a.m. All right, let's find out. Let's see what's going on with it. I mean, what's going on with this? The new stream motto should be "Ain't got time for that." You're right. You're right. Ain't got time for that is pretty good. My motto there. I think that's my advice though. That's my global life advice. If you're doing something and you ain't getting any results out of it, why you keep doing it? If you're doing something and you're just getting crap out of it, you're getting no results, you're getting a lot of grief, it feels like you're going around in a wheel, stop doing that crap. Stop doing it. Anyway, when will I meet and marry? I think you're going to meet and marry somebody. 5. I'm going to go with May. May of next year, I think is really going to have a meaty relationship for you. The Ace of Cups feels nice. Feels like it's a water sign as well. They got a lot of good stuff with that. But you got to understand at the end of the day. I'm going to go with May. I think May is your month. May is that. Do you know him? No. I would say the Ace of Cups means a new person, new interaction, a new possibility as far as that goes in there. But obviously, entertainment purposes only. YouTube user. Did N see my photo with the red? Did N see my photo with the red? If yes, what does he think about it? If I'm going to look at your photos, YouTube user, I'm going to do it with this deck right here. Let's see if this deck happens. The 3 of Wands. Yeah, they saw it. They're looking at your stuff now. I think they're watching you. They're watching you, not in a stalker way, but I think that they are watching you. The 3 of Wands. I'm looking out, I'm seeking, I'm looking at these different things. I'm seeing things in the environment. It's kind of cool. A lot of things out there. And YouTube users got some stuff going on out there. 4 of Pentacles. Do I want YouTube user to know? I don't think so. I don't think I want YouTube user to know. I think they got to back off. I think they got to back off with that. But yeah, the 4 of Pentacles says, yeah, that's the way it goes, right? YouTube user, N wants to be a little bit on the private side. The Moon says they feel more connected to you now than they have in a long time. This has been building up. YouTube user, I think this has been building up over time, is what I think. It's been building up over time. Their emotions are getting stronger. They want to know what you're doing. They have a vested interest in who you are and how you're doing things right now. There's something about like just the astrological chart, right? A little bit of astrological chart thing going on right now is what I feel. And I think if you ran your astrological chart on N, you would see that they're really in a mode where they need to be sort of at your side. They need to be seeing what you are doing. That's right. Philippe, thank you for the like and sub reminder. Like and sub. News is out tomorrow, guys. Tarot news. You know who else does news as exhaustive as I do? Ain't nobody. This is the place to come. If you want to know what to pre-order, my news, I tell you, these are the hot decks. These are the decks that are going to make the grade. These are the decks that everybody's going to be talking about. I just tell you, you might want to just put a pre-order in. You might want to take a look at this deck. You might want to take a look at that deck. I'm just here to let you know. And the best part is I cover a lot of them quickly, right? On the news, my news is hot. I cover a ton of decks quickly, so you don't got to sit there. You know what I hate? I hate a pet peeve, I guess, is people that take an hour to say something. Tell it to me in a minute. I got 30 seconds of your time. You got 30 seconds of my time. Tell it to me in a minute, 30 seconds, or I'm out of here. I need to know this information. And that's what I try to understand about everybody, right? Ain't nobody got time to sit there and watch a 4-hour. Anyway, Love Apples, welcome to the stream. What's going on? All right, let's do this. How does R feel about me? Amy wants to know. Maybe you're interested in R. 10 of Cups is great. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Have you pre-ordered the Little Buddha Tarot yet? Have you pre-ordered the Little Buddha Tarot yet? Oh, it's on the news. It's on the news. You need to get one. You need to get one. Look at this. You know you wanted to read with this. Anyway. All right. The 10 of Cups, right? They have a lot of feelings. There's some emotional hook in this. Does the emotional hook work long term? Five of Pentacles, maybe not. We got hills, we got valleys. We're certainly going to hit a valley with this one. It's more like a big speed bump, more like a big quicksand thing we got to get into. Five of Pentacles in the middle of this read feels challenged, especially after the Ten of Cups. A lot of promise with this, a lot of good connections, a lot of nice things happening. The Two of Wands says it needs to be nurtured, needs to be handled. It feels like either this person's a hot mess or this person needs a, Don Ron, thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate that. It feels like this person needs some maintenance, is what I'm saying, right? Feels like R needs some maintenance if you're really going to go forth and go strong with it. Ten of Cups, does it work? Does it work? Ten of Cups says yes, absolutely. Five of Pentacles, is this going to be an easy one? No. Is it going to be, I mean, maybe they don't like to be woken up at 7 a.m. I don't know. Five of Pentacles is not going to be easy, not going to be a freebie. Temperance says find that balancing point between there. Balancing point between there. That's kind of what you need to do at the end of the day. But yeah, we need some maintenance. Is it work? Is it going to work out long term? Ten of Cups says yes. That's a great connection. Has a lot of good potential, a lot of good things going on in that mix. All right, look at this. We got Jill coming in. Jill, what's going on? Jill, it's been a hot minute. Well, actually, since yesterday. The Zodiac sign of person logged in my Facebook in San Antonio, Gia again last week. Jill, you need to lock that down. Jill, what's going on with your Facebook? Jill, what is going on with your Facebook? Do you have a keylogger? Somebody keylogging you over there? We want to know a sign. All right, we're going to throw cards down until we get a sign. We're going to throw cards down until we get a sign. Can we use the Cat Marseille? Nah. 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 It's gonna be the longest reading in the history of mankind. This is gonna be the longest reading ever. Let's speed this up. No. I say Scorpio. We've beaten up Scorpios enough today. Might as well put them under the bus again. Scorpio. That's the sign. You want to know the sign? I'm going to go with Scorpio. Just my personal entertainment purposes only. You need to lock down your damn Facebook. Jill, you need to lock it down. You need to lock that down. I know you changed the password, but something else is going on. You may have a key logger. You may have somebody that actually has access to your device that's looking at this stuff. Your program that you stored your password in may be compromised. You may have somebody looking over your shoulder. I don't know. Something's going on over there. You got to do that. Will Omar come back and offer me love? Will we get married? Will we walk down the aisle together? Omar, we might. If I'm going to walk down the aisle together, I'm going to do it with this deck right here, the Tarot at the End of the Rainbow. The Tarot at the End of the Rainbow. That's nice. Will Omar come back and offer me love? Will we get married? Because apparently we really like Omar. If you like Omar, let's get some hearts up in here. I'm not shy about them hearts. Look at how many damn hearts we get. I'm not shy with the hearts. Some people, they'll put 3-4 hearts on the screen. I do 300. That's how many hearts you got. Can we get this done? I think a stable relationship with Omar, it's in the cards. I like it. Will they come back? I think so. Two of Cups action. I'm going to come back and I want to talk to you. I'm going to come back and let's be together. Let's have this thing together. This is nice. We got the Wheel of Fortune. I think we can work it out together. We can be together. We can have something long term. I think it works. I think Omar's nice for this, right? Getting Omar to marry, though? Getting Omar to marry looks a little more challenging with that. I think that's going to be the most challenging part. Can Omar come back and offer you love? Two of Cups says yes. You actually see Omar right here offering you the cup of love, offering you the emotions. Omar offering something that's kind of steady, kind of reliable, but Omar got to go. I think Omar may not be in the marrying section of that aisle. I mean, may not be in the marrying section of that aisle. It may be something quite challenging indeed. Can you rule it out entirely? No. But I think getting Omar to commit is going to be kind of challenging, quite frankly, right? Anyway, speaking of marriage, will I marry somebody from my city or another city? Soon or after I get to work? All right. I mean, we're starting work. Are we going to find somebody to marry at work? We're going to have a little love in the broom closet at work. It's possible. It's quite possible indeed. But let's find out sort of the more realistic version of this. Is this going to be something that happens? I think you're going to be moving, quite frankly. I think it's going to be somebody from another city, right? Because you do have the wandering, the scanning, the looking out, the planning, the sort of going forth, right? Sort of scanning into something different as far as that's concerned, and moving, right? We got to move. It's going to be somebody different, somebody at a distance. So it's going to be another city. I think you're going to be marrying somebody from another city. Is it going to be before or after we start work? Quite frankly, I think it's going to be after you start work. I think getting work, getting the 10 of Pentacles, getting something steady, getting something reliable really makes you settle down. It makes you settle down, take a deep breath. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be settled down. So I think it's going to be after the 10 of Pentacles, we get a steady job. And I think that's going to be when the options occur. And I think it's going to be somebody from a different city. In fact, I think you're going to move, is what I see, right? A little bit of that moving action with the 7. The 7 kind of has a bad rap as far as the cheating cards and stuff like that. But I mean, that's one of those things. Will I have a good job or more than a good one? Will my financial be good or more than good? Let's find out. Let's see if we can get that done. I mean, that is one of those things. I mean, are we going to have finances that we can have a lot of money? We can have some fat cash? Are we going to have a job that's decent? Or we just work a day to day? Or is there something that's going to be more and more productive with that? I'm going back to you're going to move, quite frankly. I'm going back that you are going to move. I still think that you're going to move. We have another one here where you abandon something, you move. I think you get another job someplace else, quite frankly. Does that relate to being in a different city? Does that relate to finding love in a different city? Maybe, kind of, sort of. I mean, but I do see you leaving for another city, quite frankly, for a job someplace else. Is the finances going to sort of roll in? I think you're going to have better control over your finances. Better control over your finances. That's huge. I want you to write that down somewhere. That's huge. Doesn't mean I get more money. No, it means I have better control. So when I need more money, I have more projects or more things I can do to get more money, right? Maybe I can do a live stream and read tarot and get some donations. Maybe I can make a tarot deck and get some people that buy it. Maybe I can write a tarot book and people buy that. I have more income sources that I can rely on, so I have more control over my money. I think that's key. Because right now it's kind of random at some point. I think part of the thing that instigates this whole thing is when you move. Quite frankly, Fatina, is when you move, right? Because moving seems to be this prominent theme, this thing that keeps coming up in your reading. And I think having a good job, yeah, you have a good job. I think you have plenty, right? The Hierophant, I get a job at a big company. I have a lot of good things to rely on. But the financial thing just takes care of itself because I have more ways to generate income. I have more reliable ways to functionally get a better life under my control. And that's the big things, right? Anyway, what are Omar's feelings right now? We know Omar ain't got time for that, and Omar going to be leaving, but Omar does have the possibility of getting some stuff done at work. Kotoko, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But I mean, what are Omar's feelings right now? Would he love a different girl in the future? I think Omar loves a lot of different things, quite frankly. I think getting Omar tied down, getting Omar sort of, duct taped down to the table, I think that's going to be kind of challenging, quite frankly. I think you already figured that out. I don't think Omar is going to be just this Mr. most reliable human being on the face of the planet. You already know that. That's why you're asking about Omar. That's why you're asking about Omar in the begin with. But does Omar have feelings towards me right now? Omar likes you. The Nine of Pentacles. Omar has had feelings. Omar will have feelings for you. But again, trying to duct tape Omar to the table, trying to get him to like commit to something is going to be damn difficult. You got a little bit of the sort of just riding in, a lot of changes, a lot of dynamic stuff that happens with Omar. You got to understand that's how he rolls because you live in two different worlds, a little two of sorts, two different worlds. You live in this over here. Omar lives in this over here, right? Does he want another girl in the future? Duh. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got time for that. Oh, no, actually, no, that's not.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
I mean, you never know what Omar's going to do. And that's kind of the problem. The Nine of Cups, it works. It works. I think Omar likes you. But go back to, rewind it, go back to what I said before. And you got to kind of understand where you're coming from this and where you have control, where you don't. Because a lot of times you just don't have a lot of control and you got to realize that, right? YouTube user coming in with a triple shot. Samantha, no, we got Katoko. No, we got PGV. Well, Jesus and the Leo and I get married someday. He asked me to marry him. I mean, he's coming straight up to me and he says, hey, but then we split, they asked you to marry you and you split up. That sucks. That sucks. I hate that. I hate that shit. I mean, asking you to marry him and then you split up. A lot of times, that's really annoying. Anyway, I mean, will you get back? Is there a possibility of getting married with that? I think it's possible, but a long shot. I think it's possible, but a long shot. The moon, you two have a lot of connections, right? You two have a lot of emotions together. It really feels like that you two have a lot of connections, a lot of emotions together. Can you get along enough to get married? Sure. Can you get along to get married someday? Sure. But I mean, at some point, Jesus got to come in and ask the question, right? Jesus got to come back and reunite. Jesus got to come back and sort of fix the thing. A lot of times Jesus just doesn't want to do that. And you got to understand that. Maybe Jesus is just not in that mode right yet. I'm not ruling it out. I'm not saying that's going to be something that Jesus will never do. But I mean, sure, sure, why not? Why not? It makes sense indeed. Anyway, I mean, at least that's what I think. At least that's what the tarot cards think. Entertainment purposes only. Never ask somebody to marry you based on a fat man reading your card on the internet. Kotoko understands how this works. Why the hell did ZM come back after ignoring me? All right, let's all of y'all straighten up. All of y'all need to straighten up. You need to, all of y'all need to straighten up. If you're going to ignore them, ignore them. If you're going to come back and love them, love them. But why are you ignoring, loving, ignoring? You're making everybody confused. You're making everybody confused, including me. I'm just saying, why did ZM come back after they ignored me? What are they thinking or what are they planning after our conversation this morning? Katoko. They want to get back to normal. Back to the normalcy is key here. The normalcy is key. It's critical. The Wheel of Fortune. I need to get back to schedule. I need to get back to some normalcy. It feels like that's what's required right now. Ace of Cups. Can we do that? Absolutely. But we're going to have to fix some stuff. We're going to have to put a Band-Aid over some stuff. Can we duct tape the big gash in the leg? Maybe. Renoa, thank you for your donation. I mean, High Priestess, you're way off. High Priestess, we're packed. High Priestess, we're like 45 donations. High Priestess, you're like 10 readings away. You did not get skipped. Fatine coming in with the 20 shot. I don't know. Fatine, thank you for your other donation. I mean, the Wheel. They just want to get back to normal, right? They ignored you. They regretted it. They want to get back to normal. Is it going to be possible? Kind of challenging. We need an Ace of Cups up in here. We need an Ace of Cups up our sleeve in this poker game. Ace of Cups says, let's start over a little bit, right? I screwed up. I ignored you. I was a little bit passionate. I got pissed off. Maybe you woke me up at 7 a.m. and pissed me off. I don't know. Mina, welcome to Strength. But Strength says, please have some patience with me. I'm sorry I ignored you. Let's get back. They want to get back to normal. I don't think they like the way things turned out. I don't think they like the scenario painted in the future. They need it fixed, okay? Is that okay with you? Because the Six of Cups says we can come back together. We're going to need to approach it a little bit differently and need to apologize, and we'll need to get in there, right? It would need to get in there, all right? All right, that's where they're going. That's where you have a lot of actions over here just sort of based upon that. All right. Anyway, we got 15 coming in for, let's see, we got that. Samantha's turn. Samantha, what is going on? What is going on? Asking about Broxo. Samantha, you and Broxo back together? Are you and back together with Broxo? Let's find out. I mean, we need a Broxo read tonight. But this is the Broxo night. If I'm going to do some Broxo reads, I would go with the Gentle Tarot. Anyway, let's see what the Gentle Tarot says about Broxo. Do they have the best interest like they say? Now, Samantha, you know, that ain't 100%. I mean, I haven't even put down cards, and I'm already kind of smiling over here. You know Broxo has your best interest. Samantha, Samantha, let's talk. Let's talk. Justice reversed? Justice reversed? Oh, a little bit of imbalance over here, Samantha. Do they have the best interest in mind? Maybe not. Maybe not. You got a little Harvest of Thunder. You got a little Six of Thunder. Broxo's willing to go a little bit of the way. Broxo's willing to go halfway with you, but all the way? Kind of challenging. I don't think they have your best interest in mind. You already knew that before you started. I don't know. I can't see you topping that question with a straight face, quite frankly. I can't see you topping that question with a straight face. No. I mean, that's no. You got a little bit of the justice. Things are always going to be in balance with Broxo. You knew that coming in. Six of Thunder. Broxo's going to go halfway with you, but all the way? All the way? I don't think so, Samantha. I don't think so. All right, Samantha has another question up in chat. Let's see. Would B want to take us stuff further this time? I mean, maybe B has a better chance. Let's see what's going on. Maybe B has a little bit of a better chance. I mean, let's see. Let's see. Uber Eats. We can deliver prescriptions to your door. Christina, that's not a half bad idea considering how long CVS lines are. Christina, Uber Eats can deliver prescriptions to your door. That may not be a bad deal considering the CVS line is 4 hours. I mean, I'm just saying. All right, would B want to take a step further? Fatine, thank you for your 80th donation. I greatly appreciate that. Fatine's paying rent over here. Fatine, I think you're paying my mortgage at this point. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, would B want to take the stuff out with it farther this time? Is it going to be possible? Flower of Stones, a Two of Cups. I think B's on point. I think B looks pretty decent. The Seven of Thunder, I don't think anybody's leaving anytime soon. I think you have a lot of structure with B. I think B does have some good interest in mind. You gotta kind of be negotiating with B a little bit, right? A little bit. You gotta kind of be a little bit of a negotiator with B. A Flower of Stone says, if you talk, if you go, yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. Were they going to go all the way? A little bit, maybe. I mean, you got to kind of come in with B the way B is. But yeah, GK, what are P's feelings towards me? I mean, if P had some feelings, I would say let's go ahead and use a good deck of cards for this. Can we use? Is it too early to use? Is it too early? Over here. Can we use the where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. Can we use the Meraki Tarot this? Can we use the Meraki Tarot this early? I mean, it could be something. Could be something coming in. I like it. Rose, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you have a fantastic evening, my friend. All right, let's see what's going on. What are P's feelings towards me? Does P like me? Does P not like me? I don't know. Meraki Tarot can tell. I mean, come on. Meraki Tarot can tell us. P has a little temperance action. 9 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and the King of Wands. P has a lot of potential, and P has a lot of emotion pent up. P's been through a lot. I mean, I'm just saying. 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. P understands what needs to get done, right? By the way, we're ending soon. We have to end this eventually. This is like a nonstop party tonight. We do got to end this eventually. Ending soon, wrapping up the readings. The 9 of Wands says that you need to treat P kind of gingerly, but P does have some feelings. Yeah, we got the temperance. Let's try something we haven't done before. Let's launch into something we haven't tried before. Four of Swords, this is a possibility that could work out. If we plan it all right, if we approach it the right way, it still could work. I think it'd be all right, especially the King of Wands. P's willing to commit. P is willing to commit to sort of something to going the road, right? To riding the road through. But you just got to kind of understand that, at the end of the day, P's had some damage. You got to approach P kind of gingerly sometimes because that's the way life works. But does WL have any romantic feelings for me or Avery? I don't know. I mean, if you're going to see about you or Avery, so like, are we asking who does WL like the most? Is that kind of the question right now? Who does WL like the most? I don't know. Nine of Pentacles, me or Avery. Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. I think they have some feelings. The Nine of Pentacles, I do have some feelings. I want to get something done. I want to get something working. It's more towards Avery, right? It's more towards Avery, it feels like. It just feels like it's a little more towards Avery. High Priestess says WL is kind of hard to read sometimes because WL sort of changes midstream. Occasionally WL be swimming this away, WL be swimming that away. It feels almost like a little bit of a twin action going on, a little bit of Gemini action with that. The Six of Swords says once they reveal it, I think it's going to be towards Avery, quite frankly. So Jamie, I think it's going to be Avery. Just be you. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's go to the next one and see what's going on. Kotoko, general reading and guidance for this week. I mean, let's find out how this week is going to go. High Priestess, you're 2 away. High Priestess, you're now 2 away. I hope you're excited. High Priestess is like, damn, it's a busy ass night. High Priestess, it is. High Priestess, we're coming up on 50 donations. Coming up on 50 donations. All right, let's see what's going on. I told somebody I'm going to try to leave on time. I think that didn't work out, but that's okay. That is quite all right. General reading and guidance for this week to Koto. Let's get it done. In general, I would approach this week with just unbridled enthusiasm. I think this week looks good. I think this week looks great. Serena, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I mean, the Emperor says what you put in is what you get out this week, Kotoko, right? Again, unbridled enthusiasm. I would go full steam ahead. I would just go. I would get it done. I'd launch forward, and I'd find out where that happy zone is, because I think this week you have a lot of potential that you didn't have in the previous week, in the previous month. You're getting into that mode where you have a lot of open doors that you haven't had before. Page of Wands. Let's start something. Let's get it done. Some of these aren't going to be successful, but I'm sure going to be kind of excited about it. The Seven of Wands. Don't sign up for everything, but again, the Emperor, what you put into it is what you get out of it. I think you need to understand that, especially this week. There's something about this particular week going in, right, that we haven't been in before. We haven't been in that mode before, and I think that's kind of where you're at. High Priestess, finally, High Priestess are like, I donated a year ago. High Priestess donated in the Civil War, and you're still waiting for the reading. Anyway, High Priestess, thank you for your thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. I've tried my hours charge. No, I tried my hours change. Yeah, no, I'm saying it is. It's a busy night. We're rocking it tonight, my friends. It is rocking it tonight. High Priestess wants to know, will I do well my first day on the project when I have to take some phone calls? I mean, you got to answer the phone. Are we going to do well? Is it going to be Master? But welcome, Master. How you doing? It's good that you're not a fisher. All right, you have to put bait on a line. Anyway, yeah, Master. What's going on? I mean, let's see. First day on the project, first day on the thing. I got to take some phone calls. I mean, I got to understand sort of the requirements and thing. Obscurity says, approach it from a higher level. I think if you get caught up in the weeds immediately, you're going to be confused. You're going to be kind of thrown off base. It's going to feel like a lot of stuff is outside of your control. A lot of stuff isn't getting done. A lot of stuff just isn't on the table, right? Approach it from a higher level. Don't get lost in the weeds too quickly. And this is tempting. High Priest, this is tempting for you. It is. I think a lot of times you want to get lost in the weeds. You want to be exact. You want to be, sort of very factual. Again, approach it from a higher level. You're going to be better off. Strengths is be patient. A lot of times it just doesn't go the way you thought it was going to go. And all of a sudden you have a different situation than you had imagined. All of a sudden things are a little bit awry and you don't know why. But sort of approach it again from a higher level. Approach it relaxed. Have some strength. Have some patience with it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Eight of Pentacles says you're going to do fine, right? This is your work. This is your work. This is how it goes. I think you're going to be great. Eight of Pentacles with any job read, it's so encouraging. It feels good. It looks good. It smells all right. It's got the new car smell. Ashley was coming for me in 2022. Ashley, that's a minute away. That is a minute away, Ashley. 2022 could be far, far away, but let's find out. Let's find out. The chicken's been delivered. There you go. That's what you need. The chicken's been delivered. We have successful chicken drop-off up in here in Don Ron's place. I mean, that's all right. That's going to be all right. Let's look over here at the Tarot Tower. Let's get our next read with a little bit of Wizard's Tarot. Love it. I love it. I like the Wizard's Tarot. It puts me in a good mood every time. But Ashley wants to know 2022. What is going to happen? I actually think that, okay, let's see. Let's see if, I have something intuitively coming. Let's see. The Magician, interesting. It's with that news. Man. Let's see. I mean, 2022 is going to bring you some romance. The Knight of Cups. Mr. Romance is coming in. It's almost like the end of 2022, late October-ish. You got some romance sort of happening here. The Knight of Cups says, I'm willing to sign up for that. I got some romance. Nice. It feels like there's some chances. There's some love in the air. It feels pretty good with that. Star says around February the 13th, February the 14th. You have something happen that sort of guides you into a new area that you're kind of excited in for a lot of 2022. I think this is a moment where you feel like that you almost can understand what the rest of the year is happening, what you can control, what you can't control. Because 2022 is a lot about finding that sweet spot where I can control things, right? You got the Magician. I have all my skills. I have all my capabilities. I just need the chance. I need the opportunity. I need somebody to open a door for me. And I think that's what is really going to happen because the Five of Pentacles, we've been having kind of a rough time, kind of, in 2021. It feels like a lot of things just isn't working for us and all these things just maybe are not syncing up right now. 2022 is going to be a little bit better. It's almost like, okay, I think it's you're moving, quite frankly. I think that either you're moving or somebody that you know is moving. Also, somebody that you know gets pregnant as well. 2022 has a lot of different things. There's a little bit of a strife, a little bit of a conflict as far as the family goes. It feels like some things happened with that. But I mean, that's the way it goes. Anyway, there's your 2022 in a nutshell. But yeah, that February, it really sort of maps out a lot of the rest of the year. And the skills that you have that you're able to use, that 2021 kind of hit you in a sort of between a rock and a hard place, I think some of those are freeing up and some doors are opening that you can jump into. And I think that's going to be pretty exciting in 2022 as well. YouTube user, will run into N. Will A and I run into N between September 25th and the 6th? I mean, that's a yes or no question, but yeah, there you go. Lady Vegas, we're in weird weather transition right now. Hot one day, cool the next. Yeah, that's kind of, Texas is kind of like hot all the time. When it's like 70 degrees, we celebrate and dance around over here because it's cold. But anyway, I mean, we'll run into N. Will A and I run into N? Four of Wands? No. Two of Swords? No. Two different worlds in the Two of Swords. Four of Wands. I think y'all have your own thing going on. I don't think there's anything really going to happen. No. I mean, no. Your thumbs down. No, I don't think you're going to run into N. I think you're safe. I think you're safe. All right. How will N feel when he sees that I booked a hotel? Oh, man. Going on. Fatim, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. I mean, how will N feel when he sees that I booked a hotel and N gets the idea that there's some action going on with A or action going on with that? Judgment and the Knight of Wands. I think N's reached a point to where they just let you do your own thing. You know, I think you're at the point where ends just going to let you do your own thing. I don't think they're going to force you into anything. I don't think they're going to be just too dedicated to sort of watching this and watching that. Again, their feelings are building. They are building over time. But, you know, it's one of those moments where I think they're going to let you do your own thing. N's the wounded warrior. N knows that things do develop over time. Things grow, things shrink, emotions happen, emotions surge, emotions go away. I don't think they're in this mode where they expect everything to be perfect all the time. Anyway, Don Ron's finally up there, had the chicken. Going to Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando. I'd like to know if I'm going to get some lust action while I'm on the trip. I don't know. Let's find out. And Don Ron wants the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. We can do that. Don Ron wants the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. Let's find out. Lust action. I don't know. Is that like the shaman in World of Warcraft? You know, the bloodlust? I don't know. Let's find out what's going on. Halloween Horror Nights? Is it going to be a horror night indeed? Deaths, this is going to be interesting. Lovers? The Five of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. I think you get a stalker if you're going to get some love action. I'm warning you now. Don Ron, I was right about that $500, and I think I'm right about the stalker action. If you get a lust opportunity, my friend, you need to be careful. You need to be a little bit careful, okay? You got the lovers. Lovers says, that could be possible indeed. Could be possible indeed. That seems like...
I love you.
Seems like you could be in love. Could be in love. You could have the love action as well.
Music to make love to.
But that Five of Swords, it ain't working out. Sums up. It ain't working out. I think you attract a freaking stalker. They may burn your rabbit on the stove and cook it. I don't know. Don Ron said something about your wife, too. Yeah, there's that. Anyway. Wheel of Fortune says we're not getting rid of this lust. We're not getting rid of this love anytime soon. Five of Swords. We're getting sort of stabbed a little bit. Wheel of Fortune, we just can't shake it. What comes around and goes around. The Lovers and the Death card. I thought I was excited for some change. I just don't see it. Anyway, some lust action. I don't know. I don't know what lust action means then. I guess I'm confused. I don't know what lust action means. In my thing, the lust action would mean, a little lust action. I don't know. I'm just saying there's some change coming. There's some interactions coming. The interactions don't work out quite as well as you had hoped. And the interaction may lead to more bad interactions. Basically, the interactions could be challenged. Watch who you talk to. Watch who you interact with. Because I'm telling you, I was point on about that $500. And I'm point on about this. Entertainment purposes only. Never interact with a person based on a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Anyway, Don Ron, you understand. Don Ron understands. Anyway, you okay with a stalker? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Could be. Anyway, I've been taking this astrology class with a teacher. I'd like to know. I don't seem to understand what's the issue. What should I do? I don't know. Maybe you should ask the teacher to explain it to you. If you got a teacher, it's their responsibility to explain that stuff to you. Let's find out. Kotoko, let's find out. Come on. Let's find out if this is going to be something that you can do. Astrology ain't easy. Kotoko, I got a couple of videos for free. Kotoko. On the, link in the description to all of my videos. I got Kotoko. I got astrology videos, like 2 of them. But I explain things a little bit. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. What should you do? Justice says you need to ask. Here's your teacher and here are you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy about this. Ace of Swords, start a communication. Say, hey, I don't really understand what the hell the second house is about. If I get a second house, what I'm going to do. Fatine, thank you for your other donation. I'm just saying, you need to initiate the communication. You need to let them know you don't understand. Six of Pentacles. This is a giving aspect. The teacher's giving you knowledge. You need to make sure the knowledge that you get is quality. You need to make sure that you ask any questions so that you understand. Because what you don't want to do is pay for something you didn't get anything out of it, right? The Nine of Swords. I'm concerned. And you don't want to get behind. So if they're teaching you houses and you don't understand what the second house is versus the seventh house, and then they start teaching you how to put planets in houses, you're going to be totally lost. You're going to be a Nine of Swords. You're going to be way, way lost. Don't get in that thing. Ask. Raise your hand and ask. I think that's going to be the key right now, right? Kotoko, the final Kotoko donation. What kind of job will be able to earn more and which is more fulfilling with me? Tuition, astro reading, online live cast, or accounting? I mean, we can do that. We're going to throw some cards over there. We're going to throw some cards over there and find out what is going to be your best option. Earn more. Oh man, you got the King of Swords, Magician, Seven of Cups, and the Sun. I think the problem is you could do any of it. I think it would work. You could do any of it. You're not stupid. You're actually quite intelligent. Right? The Magician. You have a mastery of a lot of things. You pick it up pretty quick. You pick a stuff up pretty quick. So this is a problem. I could do a lot of different things. What's going to be more to focus on? The other thing is Seven of Cups. There's so many things I could do. But where am I going to kind of spend my time? Right? When am I going to spend my time? The Sun, to me, sort of says a little bit, basically, of tuition kids, right? Sort of working with children, getting the tuition, because the Sun is a child riding in on a horse. The King of Swords is sort of a command over this, something that you can do, right? Something that you can do, something that you can work on, something that you can be excited about. But overall, I think that's going to earn you the most. That's sort of going to earn you the most with that. All right, we got another read over here with Renoa. Daniel hasn't spoken to me in 10 days. What is he up to? I mean, I miss Daniel. I miss Daniel. Look, where is he at? What is he doing over there that I don't know about? I think that's a valid question. I think if you're going to get Daniel to speak to you again, I mean, you need to sort of, you need to sort of get a strategy up in there. Because I kind of think on that. I kind of think what's going on. Four of Cups, they're going through some stuff. You see that with the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands, right? They're going through some stuff. It feels like somebody's come into their life and caused some drama, or they have some sort of beefy drama, some situation that's difficult to get to, right? The Two of Wands, I need to make some critical decisions. I need to make some stuff happen. I need to get sort of on the road to recovery, the road to wealth. The Two of Cups says this interaction with somebody has caused it. Somebody has caused it. I mean, a little bit of that action going on with that. But yeah, the Two of Cups. This is an interaction that sort of was at a disadvantage. This was a disadvantage kind of thing. Again, the Nine of Wands, wounded warrior, something sort of weighing on them heavily, and they have to make a choice. So Daniel is currently busy with that stuff. There's also the possibility that Daniel's met somebody new, and somebody new has caused them a little bit of grief. Somebody new has caused them, a little bit of a thing. Anyway, I'm just saying. We got definitely that Two of Cups got some interaction going on over there. Fatine coming in with 4 more readings. Fatine, thank you for a massive amount of donations tonight. Fatine, what are things I have to do in order for Omar to marry me? I want some tips. That's going to be a problem. I mean, we already kind of said Omar's on the unpredictable side. Omar is going to be on the unpredictable side. I mean, y'all got to take it easy on Don Ron over there. Y'all got to take it easy on my friend Don over there. All right, let's see what's going on. What are the things I have to do in Omar to marry me? I think at the end of the day, I mean, casualness, understanding that Omar does what Omar does, not really forcing anything, not really sort of weighing down Omar with stuff, because the Princess of Wands is a very playful, fun card. You got to approach the relationship, approach everything as it's just for fun, and not really sort of weighing it down with a lot of expectations. If it happens, it happens. I don't think you can force anybody to marry. I don't think you can do anything that's going to make somebody marry you. I think you should just enjoy the interaction. the joy, the interaction. The Princess of Wands, have all that interaction in there. The Magician, do what you do. If the person wants that in their life, then you're going to have to understand that, they're going to enjoy it enough to, right? So like if I'm going to get serious with somebody, I'm just going to be casual. I'm going to understand the person. I'm going to let things grow, let things develop. And at the end of the day, just be accepting to whatever I get. I don't think there's a switch you're going to flick on Omar, no pun intended, that's going to make them marry. Quite frankly, I think the Five of Swords, the more pressure we put on Omar, the less results we're going to get in our favor. The Three of Wands, virtue, says Omar's an independent person. Omar does what Omar does, right? You have to understand that. Again, there's no switch that we can flick. It's all about you, Fateh. It's basically all about you. You need to be involved with a relationship that makes you happy. If you're just miserable with anxiety all the time when you're with Omar, he's going to see that. Ain't nobody wants somebody who's just going to be miserable all the time. You have to enjoy yourself and be a happy Fatine at the end of the day, because that's really all you can do, right? Anyway, all right, Fatine, who will be the richest? Who will be the richest, my future man or Omar? Let's find out. Let's find out if Omar's going to be in the fat cash. I mean, maybe Omar's got, Omar could win that $416 million lottery. Omar could do that, and that could change everything. Let's see. Let's see who's going to be the richest. It's going to be Omar. Is it going to be somebody with a fat cash? I mean, at the end of the day, $416 million, that's a lot of money. Anyway, play the lottery, my friends. Entertainment purposes only. Knight of Wands, got a little bit of valor, cruelty, and the Chariot. I think it'd be a future man is going to have more money than Omar. I think a future man is going to have more money than Omar. I mean, if you really need money, if money's the big thing, the Chariot, you may want to keep moving, kind of, right? You may want to keep moving. Nine of Swords, this is probably not the best thing to worry about. At the end of the day, your happiness is kind of where you need to be, right? I'm happy, I'm content. Because I'm happy, I'm content, I can be living in someplace else, right? As you said, valor sort of says that it's going to be somebody different. Chariot, going to have to keep moving if you want the richest man alive. The Knight of Wands, you got to sort of get that action going in there. I mean, you got to get that action going in there. Anyway, what's coming for me in 2022? Let's see. Let's find out what's going on there. What's coming for me in 2022? Get a little action in there. After 15, we got Just Beautiful. Just Beautiful indeed. We're out of here. We got to get out of here. All right. Well, let's see what's going on. What's coming in 2022? You meet somebody else. I think you meet somebody new. You got the root of air, the Ace of Swords. I think you start talking to basically an air sign. You start talking to an air sign. They're kind of interesting. They got a lot of stuff going on. There's some fun stuff with that. Prince of Wands. This person's mobile. I think they move for a living. I think it starts out as a long distance relationship, and then it comes into play a little bit closer, right? If somebody you meet, you're kind of like, ooh, this kind of person's kind of nice. It definitely starts off as a long distance relationship. You got to appreciate that, though. Knight of Discs says your investments and where you spend your money is key in 2022. I think you make some good investments. I think you make some really good investments in 2022. By the way, entertainment purposes only, never invest anything based on a fat man reading your cards on the internet. But the Knight of Discs says you're proud of your accomplishments. You're proud of what you have earned. You're proud of what you have. You have a lot of good things happening in 2022 that really makes 2022 a memorable year. Quite frankly, I think it's a good, memorable year. A lot of interesting things, a lot of things. March, it's going to be your big month, followed by September of 2022. It's going to be your two big months. March is going to be the biggest one where things really shake up, things change, and things go do that and all this other stuff. And the Two of Discs, right? 2022 is about making the right choices, because I think there are two places. One is June in 2022 that you got to watch your ass. You got to watch your ass, because there's some things that look really interesting, really interesting. But if you sign up for those, I think you're going to be sorry. You got to be watching out. You're watching out. What's a sad thing that I should prepare for soon by Omar? Oh my. It's an Omar kind of night. Is Omar in the stream? Omar, if you're in the stream, pipe in, my friend. Pipe in. Adjustment. You get a little bit of the fool, the in-person work. One of the things about Omar, as far as watching out, what to prepare for and stuff like that, again, it's Omar's mobility. Or Omar is mobility. Omar's mobility. What Omar does, right? Because Omar chases things. Omar doesn't give up easily. Omar goes after it. Omar chases it. Omar makes it happen. And I think the fool says a lot of time Omar is kind of in that mode of hoping for the best but expecting the worst. That happens sometimes. That really does. Empress says that Omar's a little too comfortable lately. I mean, you look at this sad thing, Omar's too comfortable. So you're trying to move Omar, you're trying to go get Omar dragged over here, get Omar dragged over there. I think it's going to be much harder coming soon. It's almost like Omar just becomes a tourist. You know what I mean? A tourist, it feels like. The Three of Discs says working with Omar, trying to make them understand some basic things is kind of hard sometimes because Omar gets stuck in their ways and you're trying to convince them of this. You're trying to make them understand. And it's like Omar just went stupid. I'm not saying Omar is stupid, but some days you think he is. Some days you're like, Omar, for God's sakes, I'm just telling you this. And meanwhile, Omar's like, blah, 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 blah. You know, you got to understand that some days Omar is just the dumbest reactions you've ever seen to stuff that shouldn't be reacted to. You're going to have to deal with that with Omar. That seems like just what Omar does. The last reading of the night, just beautiful indeed. Just beautiful. Want some love? I'm sure there's a lot of people that would just love to love just beautiful. Let's find out. We're going to use the modern love. We're going to have to use the modern love tonight. This is one of the reads. We're going to do it. One of the reads is what is going to do it. I'm curious to see more of T.O. other than his hands. Okay. This is my hand. This is my arm. It's my arm. It's my arm right here. It's my arm. It's got some hairs. It's got more hair on this side than it does on this side. And you got veins. You got veins in my arm. There. You saw more of T.O. tonight than you have ever seen. This is the price you pay of adopting a cat. When you adopt a kitten, this is the price you pay. I have random scratches all over my ass. So I'm just saying. Anyway, let's find out. Just beautiful. Love reading. Let's get it done. Let's get beautiful some love. Because just beautiful is beautiful indeed. Look at this. We got the love balloons. Got the love balloons going on over here. All right. Hope you like it. You know, just beautiful. Hope you like it. Anyway, love reading. Hierophant, lovers, King of Wands, and the Sun. Are you looking for somebody? If you're looking for somebody, you have a lot of luck. You have a lot of good luck coming soon. You have the lovers card. That's great. That is great. I think that is fantastic. The lover's card, if you're looking for a connection, if you're looking for love, if you're looking for some passion. Fatine, thank you so much for your other donation. I really appreciate that. But yeah, the lover says we're meeting somebody, we're getting some love, right? We're getting the connection that we need. The lovers and the Two of Cups is a huge difference. Two of Cups is like I'm just sort of meeting somebody that's nice. And then the lover says I'm getting really down with it. I'm getting some meaty relationship going. And that Hierophant action too, right? This is more serious. This is something that lasts. This is something that really makes it happen, makes everything go. King of Wands says sometimes in love and sometimes in the future love, you have to chase more than you are, right? You do have to chase a little too much. It feels like there's a little too much work sometimes, but that's the way it goes. I think in love, that's how things happen. And the Seven of Cups is your options open up a little better too coming up. So the lovers are meeting somebody, we're getting some love. The Seven of Cups, the options open, right? Maybe we have some more options for somebody to love. Maybe we have some more options for people to date. Maybe we have more options as far as, you know, what our lover is doing or how our love is going and things like that. But I mean, that's it. That's it. I mean, that is it. That is it. Anyway, that is it for me. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.